Yes, they can hear you. You're good.
Okay. So this is the first game, and we're gonna look at it from. We got the time. Oh my God! Look at that. All the well done spammed. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I guess that's something that we don't get to see as we cast the tournament. We're gonna look at this from 3X-WD's perspective, and then we're gonna flip and look at it from ELSR's perspective. No hands are on the keyboard. We're just gonna go. Okay. This is the first game of the match that we just watched. You can see where they're pinging on the mini-map. We talked about that before with the old King of the Sea. We could only used to be able to see the squares. They finally added the little dots so we can see what part of the square. What are we looking through? This is... Oh, it's Skimonos Kleber. Okay. Okay, so we can see them parking, ready to back into the E-cap, assuming they don't run into the Klebers. Now, they know they're going to see either the Kleber Wolfpack or their Kite side. They just don't know which. So they're preparing, obviously, for the worst, which would be the Wolfpack. Bugfire going in tells them there's something else here. This is King of the Sea from the player's perspective. You see the moment they said, all fire on Quincy. A lot of shots missing. Quincy clearly using engine boost, full speed ahead. Scooty, scooty. Shake that booty. And then a wild Kleber appears, Ayase. Stalingrad spotted at the D-cap. Now, they know, of course, torpedoes will come down the channel, so they're not going to do that. They're not going to let that happen. Stalingrad at D grabs the cap. At some point, they're going to move Geo up. It looks like it's happening now. They're going to move him up so that he can support against the Klebers. And right as they move him up, the daring gets detected on Stalingrad, somebody's radar.
Engine boost deactivated.
Backfires Salem getting into position. So far the trading's looking okay. Dutch, no. The answer to your question from 5 minutes ago, no. Here we're coming up to a part where Geo is going to get killed there with single-fire torpedoes. So the Stalingrad's position hasn't done too much to break the stalemate. And there's pinging on the minimap. They're saying, "Hey, dude," but Geo, I'm sure, is saying in the chat, Come on, guys, it's too late. I'm already here. You told me to go here, whatever. I'm dead. Like, he knows he's dead. That's just it. There he goes.
Engine boost activated.
Here he goes along the border. His DCP is available, but he doesn't DCP because his fire is almost out anyway. And he still has 5 more seconds before he goes dark. Here's the part where Salem gets wrecked in the face. Ow! Ah, that just... Pain. Pain. Oh, the pain. There's the part where, well done, I expected him to take those torps. He did not. And Rin will be farmed out, but it's to be expected. Now, GGWP knows there's only one San Martin. They're sending both Daring and San Martin against him, saying you guys have to win over there.
All stations.
Here comes the Stalingrad.
On the target. Enemy destroyer sighted.
That almost feels like a mistake, watching him just pop over there, but obviously he's able to help kill the Colombo. But you can see everybody's focusing now, of course, on the Stalingrad. Bugfire was shooting AP for a bit. He's still firing AP. HE would have been a better choice. Huh. Did not catch that before. It is the best way to view these games. That's correct, Andy. Especially when you got nothing else to do for an hour. Well, I have a moment. Y'all on either of our streams, take a moment and double check that you got your drops for the day, your mission for your red King of the Sea permanent camouflage. If you haven't yet, figure out what's wrong. Said it before, I'll say it again. If you're not getting progress, you'll want to open up the YouTube streams for either myself or Raptor. And then you're going to want to get rid of your Twitch tabs. 5 minutes. And you're going to want to reopen one of our channels directly through Twitch. Make sure you're getting progress. You have 90 minutes to go, and better start now, honestly. You got time, actually. You can, whatever, but
Deactivated.
the reason I'm saying it now is if you have a further issue, then you can try to unlink and relink your account with Wargaming, all that stuff. Okay, so anyways, here's the part now. They've completely lost this side. They're not giving up just yet, but they know that they are definitely running away. Skamono wants to slow down and torpedo the St. Vincent here, but he can't because he knows he's located. Something's chasing him. Now he's detected. Of course, that we know is going to be Ayase's, I think it's Ayase's Kleber. That's unique upgrade.
Ship is on fire.
Insta DCP from the fire.
Problem solved,
Mark?
sir.
Ah, it's Luger.
The ship is on fire.
And there you go. Now he's immediately going to go and try to spectate, see if there's anything he can do to help his team. But at this point, I'm sure they all know it's all but over.
No game audio for this one. That's weird.
Oh, really?
I'm not getting any game audio.
Okay. I mean,
I'm getting your voice. I'm just not getting any game sound. Whatever.
Yeah. Could Stalin have tried a REM of what the electric? You're probably talking about against the daring. Maybe, but the problem is if he overshoots the REM, misses the daring, he comes right out in front of the of ELSR Stalingrad and gets Citadel slapped to oblivion. Not a good position for him either. Raptor, I'm going to close the client now, so that'll mess up the window view. And
Yeah,
I'm
that's
reopen.
that's one of the reasons I came back. I realized that was going to be a problem.
Okay, I'm going to reopen the next one. So just chill for a moment.
Yep, you're good.
Let's see, that was that replay. I have to wait for Wargaming Center. There we go, to realize that the game is closed.
Yep.
Reload the next one now. Sharing my screen. World of
I
Warships.
guess I could turn this
live.
back on for a minute. Hold on a minute. There we go. Since I am sitting here again.
If you need to go, it's fine.
No, I needed to get away from the computer for a minute to contain my rage. So now that I have successfully done so and not lost my mind on camera, I'm better.
Fair. Okay, you got the game okay, or do you need me to pause it?
Oh no, hang on a minute. I got to pull that back up.
Oh, hold on, crap! This is the wrong replay. Give me a sec. I'm sorry. This is the wrong
okay. Well,
replay.
in that case, it's just as well that I didn't bring it up anyhow.
Yeah, let me sort by date modified. That way, I don't screw that up again. Need to make sure I pull up the right side. Knowing my luck, you know how it is when you've got like a 50-50 or even a 25% chance, you'll pick the wrong one. So that's what I'm doing right now. And yes, that's true. Stalingrad does take a while to get moving with engine mod. Come on, game. Log in already. Okay, I got it. Sharing screen. All right, so you all saw GGWP, or not, jeez, I'm sorry, 3X-WD's perspective. Now we're going to see the game from ELSR's perspective. And then we'll do the same thing for the second game. We'll swap sides. I don't have to change my stream helper much. Look at that well done spam.
Oh, now I put this back up. Hold on.
Good game, everyone.
I'll pause it.
There we go. Okay, and then I got to go over here and put the right thing back up. Here. No, not that. There.
Good
Okay.
game, everyone.
It is up again on my stream, sir. Have fun.
Woo! You thought F key spam in randoms or ranked was bad? Oh, that was almost brutal. I do love the chatting and camaraderie, sportsmanship you see in chat. That's always fun to see. All right, who are we looking at? This is Luger's Kleber. Okay. Ironically, he's the one that goes and hunts down Skimono's Kleber, who we just saw his perspective from. So that's cool. Looking there, thinking, okay, we probably see the enemy daring coming from that spot. That's probably a radiolocation ping. Another ping from Triarch. Radiolocation. Radio location just changed for Luger. Changed again. He is now located. So there's a whole lot of information coming up right now. And he's located by one player. There's a mod that will tell you how many people are radio locating you. Luger's the one that gets into the cap. He spots the Marceau. He's holding his fire, though, until other people open up first. Because he's the closest, he wants them to focus on a different Kleber first. That's brilliant, actually. That's a really good use of let's wait and trigger discipline. I like that coordination. Oh, yeah, and then you can see now he's also got Swift and Silence. Now, Swift and Silence further decreases gun capability, but it makes you faster if you're not detected. So, it's kind of like a double whammy, if you will. He gets better concealment because of the unique upgrade, but loses gun reload, and then on top of that now, he loses gun reload further because of taking Swift and Silence. So he has to be extremely cautious about opening up with guns. See how long that reload is? It's punishing. 12-second reload. Ouch.
Problem solved, sir.
And slight miscommunication here as Luger is making love to Caesar.
They piled a lot of ships on this 10 line early.
Yeah. Kind of fun to see it from this perspective, huh?
It's interesting. It's curious to see kind of the little bits of Luger's build come together.
Yep.
You know, we've seen ELSR and some of the Asia teams play with what I would almost call like a tripwire Kleber, which is kind of how I look at this build, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're horribly nerfing the firepower of the ship in order to get better detection because you need something fast enough to keep up with other Klebers to spot what you want to be shooting at.
Yep. There's the
But it means-
kill on the Stalin.
Yep. But it means, as you pointed out, it's very challenging. Maybe challenging isn't the word. It's
Boost activated.
maybe it is. It's challenging to manage the gun reload and actually contribute offensively to a match when your reload is this bad on a hull like this. Now you're quick.
Yeah.
Oh, that was beautiful.
That was cool to see from both angles. Sorry,
That was
3X-WD,
beautiful.
but wow.
That was beautiful. That was beautiful.
And there's a flaming pile of ships sinking over there.
I see what you did there.
But yeah, there was one point where it looked like Luger was about to pull the trigger to shoot somebody, and he held off on doing it because he knew, what's the point? Lose a lot of HP for not much gain. So he's just playing torpedo bot right now, literally just running around in circles and torpedoing everything. Hope y'all don't get dizzy with all these circling.
Yeah.
Ooh, trying his head at AP. 4 shatters, 4 pens. Better he aimed a little higher there. talking with Puddin about this during the EU portion of the stream, about how for me, like when I play a lot of times, I'm like playing just default ammo, HE, and then I'm only switching to AP if I have the time to really think, do I need it? Do I want it? Does it make a big deal? Luger's an example of a player who just automatically does it because he's that level of competitive nature. Like, here's an example. He could be using AP, trying to AP the bow, that sort of deal. But whatever.
He could, but I mean, you know, if you're really trying to get the kill, just like you say, go for the brainless ammo. Go for the ammo you don't have to think about.
At this point, it's probably not going to impact this game. Now, let's see how fast Luger's going. 58 knots.
Is that all?
Is that all?
No
yeah,
big deal.
58.4 now.
A casual 60 knots.
Just a little push.
So imagine trying, you're a destroyer and you're trying to get away from something with 6'4" detection that moves 59 knots. What exactly are you going to get away from? Basically nothing. Like, you're just screwed.
You are the French
exactly
cruise
what's
missile.
happening here. Yeah, you really are. You really are. Which is exactly what's happening to these poor other opponent Kleberts. Like, they can't get away, and they can't outspot it. This is the thing about Kleber. Most Klebert captains know anything that outspots them, they can run down. But if the opposing ship is a Klebert, and he outspots you, you can't run him down, can you? Ha ha. Nope. I've detected your problem, sir.
Yep. And now we get to watch the player from the last replay get killed by the player of this replay, which is kind of fun to say. Just following radio location. And like I mentioned during the actual game, you can see that they're fanning out. For one, they know that these Kleberts are probably going to try to torpedo the St. Vincent, so you don't want that to happen. And two, you want to deny maneuverability for your opponent. All right, Luger probably asking for permission to open fire, and seeing that, it's going to do it. Under 2K, just go for it. Oh, he didn't get the kill. It was Kleber. It was Quincy. Okay.
Torpedoes to port. Torpedoes dead ahead. Problem solved.
GG's in chat. They know it's over.
Yeah.
Negotiations were brief. I mean, he only did 13,883 damage. He didn't do much. But him being there with the unique upgrade, exactly the point.
What's the spotting damage? Lower than I thought.
16,000. Yeah.
Lower than I thought, but you know, in a ship like this, in this configuration, you're not really going for damage or spotting damage. You have impacts in other ways, right? Your physical presence is an impact. So yeah.
Yep. All right, we're gonna drop this replay. I'll pull up the second game. Gotta wait for the game to officially close.
Oh yeah, I guess I should.
I'm putting a new one up right now.
I can come back to this camera so they're not looking at the ugly nothing screen for the moment. Here, I'll even put your fancy face back on camera. Look at that.
Aww.
No.
All right, this is ELSR's perspective, and at this point, to make it Tournament official, I need to apply a 1 to ELSR score. Oh,
This
and
is
I
the
need to
land.
swap.
This is the land of fire match. Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, and I need to swap that. No. I was right the first time. Okay.
Engine boost activated. Nice work.
General quarters.
So this match lasts a bit longer, but we see the flexibility of ELSR's build really shine. Voting
I
is
gotta
going
change.
on.
Okay, I gotta change it back. Hold on. I gotta hit that button, and then do this. There we go. Ta-da! Now my stream can see what you're seeing. This is what, Ayase?
Luger.
Oh, this is Luger again. Okay, love it.
So, one player must submit replays within a certain time at the end of their game.
Yes.
As part of the tournament rules. So, most teams probably just designate, this is your job. This is your only job. As soon as the game is over, you get that replay file done. Now. Before anything else. Imagine being disqualified because you forgot to, put your replay in.
I don't know they've ever actually done that.
No, they have not. But with the way things have gone this season, this would be the time for that to happen, wouldn't it?
It probably would. Now would be the moment.
Yep. Staff Mr. Sock has got the room up if you want to hop on over into the room.
I've never left the room.
Oh, okay. Well,
The room has been up the entire time.
fair.
Because when the previous game ended, he told everybody, I'm the guy for the next one, so ELSR, just stay here. So I just stayed. Okay, it looks like they just finished pick ban.
Yes, they did.
So that's something. So we've only got 25 more minutes to kill now.
Yep. There's plug fire detected. Luger opening up immediately this time, and you'll
That
see the
is a
difference.
surprise.
You'll see the difference in result, because now
Yeah.
he's the focus target. Not only because he's the closest, but because he opened up the fire. So everyone's gonna know he's there for a while.
And he's still firing.
He's still
So
firing.
he's continuing to reset the timer that might allow his gun bloom to disappear. Bugfire never did open fire. Not
Nope.
once.
Nope.
He let
Now,
his teammates take care of it for him.
He did blow a reload booster. That's right.
Ship is on fire.
And you know what's really nice about this Raptor? I have somebody in my chat saying, why is his gun reload so long? This is a perfect opportunity for players that have not seen Unique Upgrade Kleber to understand how all of this works in the build and everything, and
Right.
it's fun.
Well, and it's nice because, this is going to sound meaner than I mean it to be, but I'm going to say it anyway. Only an idiot would play Unique Upgrade Kleber in like a random battle, right? It is such a highly specific, highly specialized upgrade. You would only really ever use it in a team or a div composition where you were going to get maximum usage out of it.
That's right.
And so most players, the overwhelming majority of players look at it and go, why would I ever want that? Well, here's an example of why you might want it.
Yep. Hyper competitive play. Clan battles, we
Well,
see this a lot too.
Or, yeah, I was going to say, or just coordinated play, right? If you're coordinating with other players in a div or your team, then there's absolutely value in this upgrade. Otherwise, save your seal, right? Don't bother.
Now, notice at this point, lots of furious clicking by Ayase. I was right. Ayase is still calling ELSR, at least in this particular game, and saying, okay, we're going here now. Luger being very aggressive using those guns
Yeah.
again.
I'm a little surprised to see him quite this aggressive when he's already gotten kicked in the teeth this hard, but here we are. I mean, they've already focused him once. Him opening up here gives them the opportunity to focus him again, which is exactly what's going to happen.
Look how low he is now.
Yeah. Well, and he's changing his speed. He's swerving, but a couple of these salvos he swerved right into. Right? So now that he's down to 1900 HP, that's pretty much the last time he can afford to fire his guns the entire game.
Yep. He is now the French torpedo.
Yeah.
Cruise missile, whatever.
Hey, Zath. Guess what KSM's very first ship ban was?
Live air. Yeah, I see it.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Know your opponent. Know what they did.
It does feel like 3X maybe kind of missed out on that.
And like I said, I don't understand why, because ELSRs,
It's
this is their hallmark. This is their big
this
thing.
is what they this is what they're known for. They've been doing this for years. This is not new.
I want to fight you when you're strongest. Come at me.
Match me with all of your strength. Chad asked me what I'm drinking, and I'm kind of like, you know what? I should go pour me a drink. Now's the perfect time.
I'll join you.
I
Or
think
we
I will
wait
do
for
that
the
before
grand
the next
final if
game
you want.
starts. No, I'm not waiting today. I almost never do it on stream, but today I'm gonna need it. I mean, I don't usually do it on tournament days, but today we're gonna need it.
At some point, we should tell chat the story of our first, how this tradition began.
I don't even think I know. Oh, you're talking about the King of the C7 at Wargaming's office?
You got it.
Oh yeah, okay, we can tell them in a little bit. Some of them have heard it.
Stay tuned, chat. It's fun, maybe. But look at the rotation. Look at how quickly everything moves. Now, Luger's still staying around here. I think he's still staying around here. He wants them to think he's kind of loitering. But now watch this. Engine boost on, 58.4 knots. You know? It's just
Yeah.
switching to scramjet.
Yeah, seriously.
All stations, reporting the position of a strategic target.
Mach 9.0 achieved, sir.
Talk to me, Goose. That's a great movie. My wife hates that I love it so much because I watch it all the time. Whenever she's gone, I put it up.
It's a good movie.
Hmm.
That movie, like for years, when I was doing a ton of plane travel, back in 2012, 2014, in that era, Inception was kind of that for me, right? That was a movie that had come out. It was really good, and pretty much at any given moment, if it was on, I could watch it. Because it never failed to entertain me and keep me entertained. And Maverick is absolutely that film. Like it just 100% is.
Now, Luger also knows he can't afford to get caught out, so he's also playing very carefully behind the Kremlin.
Yeah, he's not risking much. These torpedoes are probably not going to hit anything, and I don't think he cares. His points are far more valuable staying on the board than anything else.
Those torps are to prevent a YOLO charge on his Kremlin buddy. That's
Yeah,
it.
and they're good for that purpose. There's the Montana and Kleber charge from the other angle.
And you could tell he's like, please, come on, let me shoot him.
But no, the Kremlin takes care of it.
And that's probably why he was waved off. The Kremlin's like, I got him.
Mm-hmm.
Just stop.
Perseus had HE in the barrel and was like, look, at 450 hit points, it only takes one. We'll be fine.
But again, that's the difference between what we saw earlier that KSM did against Resin.
Yes.
Right? The
That was
Ragnar that opened up. That was the difference.
That was the point I was going to make, right? Yes, you have a ship lead. Yes, you're well on your way to winning, but why risk it, right? Because sometimes it only takes one domino to start the chain of reaction that ends in the game loss. So
As we saw during the break in between
As-
EU and NA.
exactly, as we literally just watched, in the winners bracket final. So don't take risks that aren't going to pay off, that aren't necessary. And in this case, there was no need to risk firing at the Kremlin, so he made the right decision by not doing it.
All right, that's all right. We for most of you guys, we call that the win harder maneuver.
Yes.
Engine boost.
Well, and it's not unique to video gaming either, right?
Nope.
I have I've been casting tabletop games on my channel streaming card games like Star Wars Unlimited, I streamed a local championship, a local tournament for Star Wars Unlimited about 2-3 months ago at this point, maybe 2 months ago now. And there was a game that one of the players literally tried to win harder. Like, he had a massive lead and he tried to win harder, and that one action, him failing to do what he should have done in that instance, cost him the game.
Yep.
Lost him the whole match, I think, because it was game 3. So it was like, oh man, you know? And it's the sort of thing that I didn't even realize at the time. I had to go back and watch it again and realize if he had done one thing differently right here, he'd have been fine.
Yep. One of my favorite videos I saw on Twitter was like athletes that celebrate before the win. You know, like
Those are always
there's
great, aren't they?
one cyclist about to go, he puts his hands up, and then 2 guys pass right past him. He's
You
like,
guys
oh,
pass
crap!
right by him, yes. Yep.
And the look on their face when they realize they totally done effed up is
Yep.
pure gold. How many gold?
I could swear there's an old NFL play that's like that, right? Like the guys like it's like a pick six or a kickoff run back for a touchdown or something, and he gets like 5 yards from the end zone and he slows up so he can start dancing, and some guy just comes and smashes him out of bounds at like the 2-yard line or something.
I saw one where he knocks the football out of the guy's hand, picks it up, turns it around, and runs it down for a touchdown.
Ouch! That
The other
hurts.
way.
That hurts.
Well, we've got 15 minutes left. This game lasted 15, so we're not going to do the next replay.
No, we won't
You
be
guys
able to get
got
another
the
one in.
idea.
Yeah.
Less spotting damage, but a lot more potential damage. He was definitely shot at a bit.
I'll say this: you won't be seeing the same Kleber Wolfpack things done in the series of games we're about to cast, because Kleber is on the Ixnay list.
That's right. That's right. So I'm going to go to this screen.